Hello and welcome to another episode of Success Starts Within. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you will see that I'm in bed and I'm in my pajamas. And I'm doing that because I have been sat here journaling and I have felt so inspired. I've had such a breakthrough that I really wanted to share this with you in the moment. So today I am speaking at an event. I'm in a hotel room on my own. It is just lovely. I woke up this morning, still the same time as what the kids would wake me up, but I've just laid here. I have meditated. I've given myself some space to journal. And what has come up for me is something that I really feel called to share with you because I think a lot of you probably have the same struggles and the same thoughts. And this realization that I have come across is huge. And it's something that's kind of going through my mind right now. And I felt really cool to share it with you. So here we go. I have been on my self-development journey for the last 3.5, 4 years. And I have been through a lot of challenges. I have had to really look at myself in a way that I've never done before. Because I have such big aspirations for myself, I want to be an international speaker. I want to be in the spotlight because I want to support as many women as possible to feel amazing. I want to get as many female-led businesses out there into the world. And in order for me to do that, I need to be very confident in my skills, in my ability to stand and speak in front of other people. I need to be confident that I know what I'm talking about. And I also need to feel like the most best version of me in order to be able to do that. But that hasn't come easily. That has been a huge journey of constantly battling my thoughts, looking at the way that I have spoken to myself. The thoughts that I thought were mine were actually ended up being other people's. And auditing everything. I constantly audit how I think, how I behave, how I feel, and I dive deep into understanding why. And then if it's not something that is going to support me going forward, I work extremely hard to change that idea, that thought, so that I can be different, so that I have that confidence to get out there into the world. And one thing that has really struck me is that I have found the need for people to tell me that I have done really well. So I've realised that I'm constantly looking for somebody to say to me, do you know, well done, Kirsty. I completely recognise the last sort of 3.5, 4 years of your life and how much time and energy you have put into becoming a different person. Now, people have said well done to me, but it's just not landing where it needs to land. It's just not connecting to a part of me that it needs to. And I've been trying to work out why, because I also have realised that I am not very good at receiving praise. And when people do say to me, well done, I do repel it, or I just brush it off. I don't allow the praise to sink in and to actually accept it and be like, you know what, Kirsty, well done. You have done a really, really good job. Or, yes, you know what, it did take you a long time to come this far. But I can't do that. There's something that's blocking me. And so this morning I've been sat here and I've been wondering what that is, because I know I'm going to be stood on this stage this morning, and I know that I'm going to be getting people saying to me, well done afterwards, and thank you very much. Now, last Tuesday, I spoke at a networking event, and I had some beautiful messages afterwards from women saying, thank you so much. Your talk has really got me thinking. I'm now going to start doing X, Y, and Z in my life. And it's just been such a beautiful experience to go through. And it's exactly why I do what I do. It's exactly why I want to support women, is because I want them to look at themselves and think, "Do you know what, there is more to me. That thing is holding me back. That thought is not supporting me. So I'm going to do work on myself and I'm going to grow and expand." And women do such amazing things with money and power. And that is one of my missions, is to get money and power back into women's hands. So if I'm receiving this praise from people, why am I not able to go, "Thank you so much. Like, that feels really good to me." And instead resist it, push it back. And this morning I've had that realization. And I know exactly why I am not able to accept that praise from other people. I now understand why I have been pushing it away. And I can't believe that for so long I haven't realized that this is what it is. But when I was sat here journaling and just allowing my mind to flow freely, and then it came to me, it made so much sense. So I don't need the validation to come from anybody else. I don't need the recognition to come from anybody else's words. I need it to come from me. And this is the missing piece. I'm not recognizing my own journey. I'm not stopping and actually thinking deeply what I have been through to get where I am. And I think that is very much because I've been in fight or flight. And I still am in fight or flight. I'm on this constant hamster wheel of doing and pushing and wanting to do more. I'm not stopping and looking back and reflecting enough on how far I've come. But the biggest piece here is that I'm not stopping and praising myself. And this has really been a huge breakthrough for me. And once I thought about it, and once I realized that this is how I've been operating for so long, it makes so much sense that when other people say to me, "Well done," it just doesn't land. So I am now going forward, going to really start to build some self-love with myself. I think that's something that is missing. There's this disconnection between this past version of me and this new version of me. And it's almost as if it's like the old version of me, she has to stay where she is. And the version that I am now isn't wanting to go back and just say, "Well done," because she's scared that she might stay there. So she keeps going. And actually, I'm creating such a distance between past me and current me, which is exactly what I do need to do. But I also need to find time to just pop back and be like, "Well done. You've done amazing. Thank you so much. You've got me on this journey. And here I am now. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am now." And I need to do that more. And it's just been such a lovely breakthrough to experience right now. And such a lovely breakthrough to experience just before I'm about to stand on a stage in front of other women and present and workshop about my higher self and my future self. So I really did feel cool to share this with you now. I mean, I'm sat here, I've got no makeup on, I'm in my pajamas. I don't even know if the sound quality is going to be great because I haven't got my podcast mic, but I just really wanted to share this from a place of passion, a place of real understanding. And this is what happens when you have breakthroughs. When you stop and you give yourself the opportunity to explore feelings and thoughts that are going on for you or have been going on for you for so long, and you have that space to stop and think. And as a mum, we don't get a lot of space to stop and think. We are always in go mode and always busy. So I think it's been great, this opportunity that I have to be sat in this hotel room in peace and quiet and giving myself that time to do that. But we can all still find moments to stop. After the school run, take the kids to school, get home, and just, rather than getting at our desk, sit and journal for 5 minutes about something that has been bothering you. Because you could have a breakthrough like this And I really truly believe, and it kind of makes me feel a bit emotional, but I feel like I have connected with myself this morning. I feel like I found a newfound love for me, and I feel so blessed for that. I feel so happy. So one thing that I'm going to commit to myself going forward every single day is I'm just going to say to myself, it makes sense that I want recognition because I've carried a lot. And I have carried a lot to get to where I am. And I have gone through a lot of self-development. I've cried, I've got angry, I've gone through a shit ton of notebooks. But I carried a lot to get to where I am. And I understand why I want recognition, because it's been a difficult journey. But I'm now going forward going to recognize myself. And I want you to have a think about, where are you trying to outsource your journey to other people? Where are you trying to find, who are you looking for to tell you that you've done a good job? And what can you do to give that to yourself? Because the way that I see it, nobody has sat with me through the last 4.5 years consistently. Nobody has seen into my day. Nobody has had access to my mind to understand what has been going on in there. Nobody. Which is why when I'm seeking validation and recognition and praise from other people, it's not landing, because they haven't been there throughout. The only person that's been there throughout is me. So the only person that I can give the recognition to is me. Is that past version of me, the version that never gave up, the version that still doesn't stop, the version that constantly grew, the version that cried, that went deep into a part of her that she didn't even know she had, to pull out the crap, the resentment, the frustration. So no longer am I having this pity party. This is it. I'm done. I'm not having a pity party anymore. I am loving me. I am recognizing me. And I'm fucking proud of me. Yes, I am. I am proud of me. So, ladies, I really hope that this has inspired you. I honestly feel so pumped right now. And I'm so glad that it's come at this point. I want you to really think about this now. I want you to start connecting with the past version of you. And it doesn't matter how much time is between those two versions, whether you've just started on your self-development journey now, or whether you've been on it for 5, 10, 15 years. It doesn't matter. But just check in with that past version every so often. Give her a hug. Tell her well done, she's done amazing. And then drop back into your current version. And I'm going to be doing that through visualization. I'm going to be doing it through whenever I feel that things are tough. I'm going to remind myself of how far I've come. I'm going to go back to that version of Kirsty. In fact, I'm going to go under my bed and I'm going to get my old journals out. And they're probably going to be painful to read, but they are going to be a fine example of how far I've come. Because I know that those journals, they hold my desires and my wishes. And I am doing those things right now. And I'm doing them in a way that is beyond what I thought I could ever be and how I could ever feel. So that is one of the actions that I'm going to take, is I'm going to dig through my bed and find my old journals. But anyway, I need to get up. I need to go and have a shower, wash my hair, get myself prepared for today's event. But I hope you have the most amazing day. And remember, always seek the validation from yourself, the recognition from yourself, because nobody else knows your journey other than you. Lots of love, my ladies, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.